Here's a quick video that'll show you how and when to use undeposited funds in QuickBooks Online. So once you're logged in and on your dashboard, what we're going to start by doing is just creating a couple of fake invoices here. So let's do new and then invoice. We're going to invoice Amy's Bird Sanctuary, and we'll just do weekly gardening service. Let's say we did one of those at $75. We'll hit save and new. And then we have another invoice to Cool Cars. Again, we'll just do weekly gardening service. We'll do 3 of them at $75. And then we'll hit save and close. So you've invoiced your customers, and then a little bit later on you start receiving checks in the mail from them. So let's start by just receiving one payment from Amy's Bird Sanctuary. So if we hit receive payment, Amy's Bird Sanctuary, so we just got a check in the mail. So payment method, we're going to choose check. Reference number, just put the check number. And then deposit to undeposited funds. So basically what this account is doing is it's like a checks in drawer type of account. So if you receive a bunch of checks from customers throughout the week, you're not necessarily just going to run to the bank every time you get a check. So you put them in a drawer and then you'll drop a deposit a little bit later on. So you can also use this for, like, incoming credit card deposits as well. So let's say we received the $75 from Amy's Bird Sanctuary. Now she's got a couple of invoices outstanding, but QuickBooks Online is smart, so we typed in $75. It thinks that it's for this invoice. So as long as that looks good, we can go ahead and hit save and new. And then a little bit later in the week, we get a check from Cool Cars. Check number 4567. We're going to use undeposited funds again. And this time we'll just scroll down and you can check mark the actual invoice. So it'll apply it there, save a payment for $225. You can also attach an image if you want to keep copies of the checks. That's always a good practice. So if you can, go ahead and do that as well. And then we'll hit save and close. So now we've got a stack of checks in our drawer and we get to the end of the week and it's time to run to the bank and actually make the deposit. So when it's time to do that, we're going to click the new button again and we're going to go over here to the other column and choose bank deposit. Choose the account that you're depositing the checks to. So we'll choose checking, the date of the deposit, and then down here you'll see any checks that have been received and put into undeposited funds. You can go ahead and check mark those. So we'll just do these two that we originally did. So you can see our total deposit is $300. You can also add funds to the deposit if you need to later, things that you didn't add beforehand. And then down here you can do cash back if you do that. Let's say you need some cash to put in your petty cash drawer or something. You can do cash back goes to and choose your petty cash account, choose $100 or whatever, and then the net deposit recorded to the bank will be $200. So something else to keep in mind. But once everything looks good, go ahead and hit save and close. And what this allows is it basically, it'll show up as a $300 deposit into your bank. So when that transaction actually clears the bank, you'll be able to match it pretty easily in QuickBooks Online. So the whole goal of using undeposited funds is so that your bank account matches your records. If you recorded all those as individual deposits, you'd have to go through and figure out which ones match that transaction. So this makes things a lot cleaner and a lot easier to reconcile later on in the month. So if you have any other specific questions, feel free to contact me, Casey Moss Tax and Accounting. You can find me at CaseyMossTax.com.